I've been making video for so long, and I really underestimate the lifestyle of university. Now, before I begin the video, I will say I'm currently doing 3 units. I'm studying this bachelor course, and I underestimate the course because my course is Bachelor of Social Work. My role is pretty much helping people, but I did not know it was that difficult. I guess courses that place in a degree course is a lot more um, intense than a TAFE course. Now, for me, transition as a mature age, studying from TAFE courses for the past 4 years, something around there, and for me, just the transition as a first year student, as a uni student, it took a toll in my life. Like, man, I did not know, like, after attending, less than 12 hours of, per week lectures and tutorial. By the way, I'm doing 3 units, so yeah. You would thought, like, 10 hours is like nothing, but when you get back home and start doing your assessment, it takes more than 10 hours just to do one assessment. And oh boy, I just literally just finished one of the assessment, and it took me more than 2 weeks to understand the whole concept. Actually, more than 2 weeks. I got extension till Monday, so I got extra 5 days. So it's actually more than 2-3 weeks, and I was really behind because I did not know how to write a literature review. As a first year student, it's crazy just to know that. Like, I'm cool with essays because you can do your opinion, you can do your argument, but oh boy, literature review with 6 articles, I had to do a whole new learning curve just to go through that. And to be honest, it really got me. I'm in the library. I'm still in the library. Like, the past 2 days, I've always been in the library, and I always get back home at 10 o'clock. And each time I go to the library, if I'm lucky enough, like today, Sunday, I'll spend more than 10 hours just to go to the library. From literally from the beginning of the library opens at 10 a.m. to right now it's 7 p.m. and I'm probably, still studying till 8:30. But I'm glad that I just finished that literature review. But I just could not believe myself. 1,200 words takes more than 2 weeks and a half to understand the whole concept of writing it through. I was really stuck the whole time, and that is one of the toughest thing I ever done. I know it's worth 40%, that's why I'm putting most of my effort in. But currently I'm on my 7th week as a second semester. I'm glad right now my assessment hasn't piled up because I'm doing 3rd unit. I felt sorry for my classmate who's doing 4 units. Their assessment's already piling up. But I remember on my first semester, I wanted to drop out university straight away. This whole new thing, the whole new concept, it's so struggle. There's so much self-learning. There's so much mentally going. You don't have a life. It's tough. Like, even 3 units, you can have a bit of life, but 4 units, you really don't have a life. I really underestimate university game, and I know when I read books in the past, and as well, word of mouth of family and friends, and been telling me, like, there's a lot of, like, local students drop out, and like, when I see, like, academic students dropping out and me not being academic, and when you do survey, they wanted to know what sort of student are you. Are you 50 below, 50 to 60, or 60 to 70, or 70 to 80, or 80 to 100? And it's all the categorized hierarchy game here, and it's very competitive. I really, like, I had a falsehood perception when I dropped out high school in 2006 when I finished year 10, and I falsely to think of the perception of most of the students who finished year 12 and went to university got that piece of paper. But now I'm surrounded by, my classmates who just got out from university and dropping out, or deferring, or pretty much failing. It makes me realize that the false perception that I had, the falsehood in the past, is actually not what I think it is. And I remember when I was attending to one of my mates' graduation last year, and I could see, his whole, his degree. I can't say, rest of the degrees, but I think he was biomedicine, and 95% is all Asians. And when I read articles in the past, and when I hear word of mouth and newspapers seeing that much dropout rate for local students, now it made me understand like how difficult university is. And I'm still reading some notes down, but man, all I can say, I honestly don't know how am I going to go through, because everyone's been telling me first year is your toughest year, but second and third and fourth, the assessment's getting harder and harder. Now, to you guys, 1,200 word, I'm not just saying literature review, but an essay, it's not what you've learned in lecture and tutorial. Like, they only teach you like bare minimum stuff, and you have to go through, gather all the information, do the searching. That's the part that really drains. For this literature review, I literally have to go back to paper by paper. I was very, very poor management on summarizing, or understand like the whole article completely to write this whole thing. For the past 2-3 days, I had no idea what was my second theme was about, because I was too busy writing on one theme, 600 words, and the second one, I just couldn't write anything. But yeah, that was a quick update. I'll probably be making a couple more university videos like similar to this, but more in depth. I guess it kind of reminds me what to do. Yeah, to stay on top of the game. On top of the game. Wow. But yeah, so that's it. I'm not going to edit, not going to cut it. So straight away, I'm sorry guys, give you guys an update.